It's been a long time. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sarcasm and Orgasm, broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook. And I am not by myself. I am joined by two beautiful black brothers. I have seen these two. Y'all have seen them. So first, I would love to welcome my guest, Mr. Shada Rose. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, I can't complain, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. And then also, I would love to welcome the elder statesman of the group, my man, Mr. Joe L. Lamar. How you doing, sir?
Yo, I'm good. I'm alive and I'm here.
Oh man, it's good. It's good to see y'all, brothers. It always is beautiful black
Good
excellence. I
to be
love it.
back.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
thank you. So I want to say this first. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I saw it. I found out that that lady who we all was in an uproar about the McDonald's skit, it was really a skit. He was doing it for clout, absolutely clout.
Cloud
And he
is a
got it. And he got it.
drug.
Yeah.
Cloud is
He
a hell
got
of a drug, man.
So, what are y'all brothers feeling? How do y'all feel about it?
I mean, that's 2022, man. I mean, that's the 21st century, bro. Like, get clout, do something crazy on the internet, what I'm saying, get a bunch of followers. I mean, like that's like the recipe for success, you know. Albeit I ain't the route I'm gonna go, but the different strokes for different folks, you feel me?
I look at it as what I call the 75 percenters. 75% of the world, they look at people who dealing, who manipulate and, saying fake news and all that other BS. They're not concerned with the minority. They're concerned with the majority. Who's going to follow this? So it's like, for me, it's 8 billion people, humans on this planet. So I would say 75% of them is just don't get it, and we're like the other 25 percenters that get it and see it. And come on, that ain't even that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You got those who will run and make a big goddamn deal. The whole Will Smith thing, the whole Kevin, the whole thing that everybody be going, they just go in, and that's the 75%. Now, if we talking about if it was real, then we're gonna go ahead and just touch on that part, like is it right or is it wrong, and play into what was designed for everybody to play into. It's not right or it's wrong, whatever. That's different. It could be a lesson out of that, but they don't care about all that. They focusing on the 75% of it that's gonna run with
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I see it as, why the hell would you bother anyway? Like, really, why would you bother? And like when me and Rose were talking in the pre-show, he was like, at first she was saying, I'll get my stamps to the 7.
Yeah.
Then she changed it, I'll get it to the 11. So
Yeah.
you was to stick to the script like you was supposed to.
Yeah.
So
right.
you was just a dumbass for not doing what you was supposed to.
Yeah.
Really.
I had picked up then, like I was all like, something ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? Like she said the 7th the first time, like, how ain't nobody seen that? Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, my spider senses was tingling then. Yeah.
Going your nigga senses, ain't nigga senses. These goddamn niggas. Some they up to something.
You know what's crazy? My thing is again, I'm good with it if like it's known that it's a skit. Like if like it's clear and evident that like it's a skit, I'm good with you being like ignorant and goofy. But like the way she did it, like you really thought it was real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, kudos to her, you know what I'm saying? Because that was great acting, you know what I'm saying? But again, like, why ain't you just like let it be a skit? It still would have been like funny or whatever, and it still would have been thought provoking, and people still would have had topics over it. I just don't understand like why
They
not let
might have intended it to be that way, but people
it
will take
blow up?
things and just run with it.
Yeah, it blew up. Yeah,
So we'll never know. Like if it was
yeah,
just a joke, or we was trying to make a point, or start a whole debate. You never know
yeah.
what the original intent. It can be many things.
Okay, I got you. Maybe possible. Yeah,
It's just wrong that you put a brother out there on Front Street acting like he got to take care of all your kids when he only had one kid with you. So don't make him pay for the mistakes you made. Well, not mistakes, choices. I'll say
yeah,
choices that you made, because that's not fair. Like I want my kid to eat, not all your other kids. That's not on me. It really
yeah.
isn't. That's
Okay,
how I look at
what about this? Let's say there's 5 kids and 2 of them are yours. You want to take them to Disney World or Busy Bay. I mean, you required to take them too.
it. No, because I made babies with them two. Those two babies are
So
mine.
what's the
How
difference?
the difference is
McDonald's, I'm saying, what's the difference between McDonald's and you know what I'm saying, both scenarios.
Because if you break it down like this, if you're telling me you don't get your stamps to the 7-Eleven, I'm still responsible for my children, not the children that you made with somebody else.
Yeah.
Not to anybody who has multiple kids, whatever. But if I'm responsible for 1 or 2 or 3 or however many, those are still my children, not the ones you have with somebody else. We made them together. We didn't make those other babies. You did. So if you're telling me, oh, you need to be responsible for 1 and 2, then I'll be responsible for 1 and 2. I'm not paying for someone else's child. No offense to anybody, but it's just how I see
it. You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize, like, how did we fall for that, bro? It's not only like, because now I'm thinking about it, that video dropped on like the 19th or the 20th. And like she was talking about like how she wasn't getting enough food stamps to like the 7th. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's like a whole 2.5 weeks later, bro. From like that.
You know, they for me, I look deep into it. That can be, I feel like people test people to see where it's at. You know,
okay.
Like the whole debacle about getting all the toilet paper and paper towels and all that when Corona first hit. Like, what was the point of doing that? Majority went for it. So I like testing people, seeing where they at, how they gonna respond and whatnot. And I take that data and use it for myself. So let's just say, you know, we're gonna go ahead and put this out. We know that majority of it is gonna run with it. Is it a right or wrong way to do this, or whatever the case may be? Either way it goes, they know that 75% of the population is going to run with it, and the other ones is just going to be looking like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of reading it on my timeline. So what?
Yeah. All right. So my next point here, she also put the face, you know what I'm saying, whatever thing on it. That can only be done in like Adobe Pro and like Adobe Pro and you know, Final Cut Pro and all that. Like you really can't do that like a regular, you know, like little Apple Android video app, bro. That's some heavy work. So it's a lot of things that like now looking back on, I'm all like, we really fell for that shit. And like all the signs were there.
We really did.
Like we really fell for that. Like and I'm like, how do you fall for that? Like that's clearly like that's post-production, like uploading the video, editing it, and then dropping it. That ain't just recorded straight from your phone onto like Facebook or YouTube Live and no shit. Like that's
I would say like 90% of the motherfuckers, 95% of them fell for it.
Yeah, dog, like it's crazy that we fell for that. But to each his point, you know what I'm saying, because I'm the residential, like I say, see things from both perspective person. You know what I'm saying? That Will knows. I didn't have any issue with the content itself as being her telling him not to bring McDonald's. I did have an issue where she didn't allow him to allow his son to come downstairs to eat the McDonald's because now you bugging. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You got a bunch of kids. They're gonna be asking why he got McDonald's and he don't. But why can't he come downstairs and eat the McDonald's though? See, now you bugging. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get it, right? Like, this is my house. You got to respect my rules. But at the same time, like, y'all can be amicable about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to be, oh, well, nah, it's my way or the highway. And if all the kids can't get McDonald's, none of the kids can get McDonald's. See, now you being goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, work that shit out, man. Like, it can be done.
But does it want to be? Does it want to be done? Do they want that? Because a lot of that can come from past issues with, you know, we don't know what that, if that's, let's say that situation was real, and there are fathers who get like that, like how you just gonna, you know, women, they can be petty like that. You don't make a big deal out of something small. So, you know, you never know. Maybe he broke her heart, he left her, or he got another baby girl pregnant. You know, a lot of that spitefulness can play into that, because, you know, how they say it, hell no fear than like a woman's scorn.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong, bro. Like, I mean, 90% of the tension in like baby mama and baby daddy issues is because of spitefulness and petty. Like that's 90 to 95% of the issues. But I'm saying is, to me, it's not unreasonable for her to say, yo, here's the thing. I got 4 kids. Understand this your kid. Understand you want to get him McDonald's, but you need to come pick him up and take him to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't.
I totally agree with that. That's a good solution for that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm saying, like, when he mentioned that shit in the skit, using it for face value, like, he was like, nah, he can't have that. Like, what? Okay, see, now you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring my son down here so he can get his McDonald's, bro.
I mean, she wouldn't be wrong for doing that. You know, she's not about to let all the kids love McDonald's. You know, she ain't about to let 2 out of 3 kids eat McDonald's while the other 2 out of 3 kids eat McDonald's while the other 3 watch them. You
Yeah.
know that's gonna make them feel bad. Like, dang, I ain't got a daddy to buy me. No, you just keep that to the side. And yeah, the best way to do that is to, I'm about to pick my kids up and take them to go get some McDonald's. I don't want to, want them to see. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got enough. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good way to handle in that situation.
Yeah, you know me. I'm just big on solutions, man. Like, and everybody on the internet talking about like, nah, he ain't got to buy them other kids. Like, yeah, he don't. Like, because I know I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't got to bring McDonald's either for just his son, knowing that there's other kids in the house who ain't got McDonald's. Like, that's just common sense, my nigga.
Yeah, that's bringing kids into the equation. Not only are you trying to piss her off, not only are you trying to put her in her feelings, you're gonna put them kids in their feelings too.
Yeah, like now you bring kids, like
those McDonald's toys and all that shit.
Yeah, what's wrong with y'all, man? Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, enough on that, because like I said, I seen it, I read about it, and I even watched the video. I was like, this don't make no damn sense. Like, why would you do it? It's wrong.
Oh, you know what is crazy is, didn't she make a video about that?
Yeah, like I told you, I saw it on Instagram. So
I started that video, but like I was at work and like I didn't finish it. I'm going to go back and watch it, because she made a second one where like she was like, basically explaining her perspective again, you know what I'm saying? And then like I saw another one, I was all like, all right, I'm over this. I was like, I'm not watching another video of her.
Watching it out.
Yeah, okay. So she made a video actually about like it being fake and stuff. All right, see, I gotta
go check it out. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go peep it.
All right, so I got a question for you, gentlemen. Now, we have dealt with women. Of course, we have. We all have in many different ways, other than you, Rose, because we know you're married. So we'll try to keep it light as possible.
I'm getting in trouble now.
No, he knows.
He ain't gonna get me in trouble.
Nah. So here's a question for y'all: do thick thighs save lives?
I don't think we talking.
What do you mean by that? That's what women down. What do you mean? Break that down.
Okay, so I look at it this way. You hear these women that say, if you want to give me these thick thighs will serve you for life. And I'm thinking, how is that? Because it's like, yeah, I want a woman who's thick, but I probably want her when it's cold outside. I don't know if I want her if it's like warm, like what's going on right now. So when I look at it, like thick thighs only save lives when it's cold out rather than warm. But I could be wrong. When I
that's just, like I said, you got this. We're designed as followers. We are natural followers, and that's just some cliche type things like hips don't lie. What that falls in? Like, what you mean hips don't lie? Thick thighs to save lives. That's just little slick shit that people say. If a girl hit me with that thick thighs save lives and this get you a thick girl, like I don't care about none of that, man. It's more in the mental, because that shit can get flat. And that age, man. What's up with that mind? So them little cliches, and you know what I'm saying, what you bring to the table. I am the table. Like, if you the table, why ain't nobody sitting at the damn table?
Yes.
Like this. Like, it's just little motherfuckers hear little slick shit and want to call it slick and shit.
Yeah. Man, look, I don't know, man. Boys ran with it though, because I know some boys that definitely like them thick. You know what I'm saying?
I like them thick. I like them thick, but thick lies, save lies. That's just some slick ass street talk that black folks made up. You ain't gonna hear no white folk or no Latino or no Asian talk like that. They ain't got it.
See, this is why he's the elder statesman up here, because he tells us. He tells us what we need to know.
That's just goofy, man. Stop.
Hey, I give you the truth a little humor in it.
Hey, man. Like I said, like we talked about, you're the elder. The elder sees to tell us what it is and how it is. So
I'm gonna give it to you. Hey, I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah.
So you said Huckleberry?
Yeah.
Huckleberry, like Val Cameron. I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Huxtable, because I think you would probably like try to give us pills or something. So
no.
And he's shocked. He on it. One on him. He on it.
I said, hold on, bro.
Yeah, like wait a minute.
Back, my boy.
Yeah, you Dr. Huxtable.
Man. But as far as do thick thighs save lives, you know, I prefer my woman a little thicker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, I don't really like skinny women. You know, I don't like really big women either. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
I like them right in between, either skinny, thick, or big.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a
140, 140 to 160, depending on your height.
that boy got specific weights.
If you short, I like them. I like them short and thick. 5', 140.
Okay, all right, okay. I see you. I see you. Yeah. Now it's I don't know. I can't put a weight on it because I don't be knowing how much women weigh, my guy. So like, I just look and I be like, oh yeah, I can rock with that.
The average thick chick is like 180. It's like 5'6", 180.
Yeah,
that's perfect for me. I can work with
that. All right. Still, again, I don't know what that is. Hey, you know what? My wife says 180. So yeah, that's definitely good. That's definitely good.
Like Beyonce probably like 5'6", 5'5", some shit like that. Like she like probably like 150.
Yeah, she gotta be like
155, 160. She probably like 160.
Like yeah. Might be.
Yeah.
Well,
that's like the ideal build, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I can even go past that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would prefer if I had to go. I definitely prefer a bigger woman over a skinny woman because I never.
I like the curves. You gotta have curves. My hands ain't got no breaks.
Yeah, my brother at heart. Curves. Like, yeah, need them jeans to be tight. You know, I'm saying sundresses, all that shit.
Can't be short down, built like a boy.
Yeah. So, you know, through thick thighs save lives, I'm gonna say it saves my life because you know that's what I prefer.
Well, that's a smart answer. That's a real smart answer.
Hey, his wife would have approved that.
My wife would definitely approve that shit. She pull up in here, she gonna handle me. But man, my wife fake fat though, dog. My wife is one of the people that like she like to pretend like she fat, you know what I'm saying? So that way, like, you know, if she do gain like some weight, like, you know, it don't seem that bad. But my wife ain't fat, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen somebody that like they be pretending like, you know, like they ugly or something? Girl, you know you ain't ugly.
Yeah, but how can you pretend though? How can she pretend?
You know, she be all like, "Oh, I look so fat." You know, you fucking don't, man. You out of here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Go ask somebody that is really fat, you know what I'm saying? And then like they gonna look at you like you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's all in your mind. None of that matters. Mind over matter. Yeah. They all in their own head. I mean, a lot of that comes from, you know, like I always tell a woman, you look beautiful, or no matter what, I just want to put a smile on her face. But you know, I call that hitting a positive ball into somebody's court. But they'll foul out by saying some dumb stuff like, "I know I don't." No, I ain't got my, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that aggravates me because I'm just trying to give you a compliment. Just, you know, beauty is the eyes of beholder, and women shoot that down a lot, and a lot of it has to do for mine because I'm the type of person like, why? I need to know why. I gotta have some type of understanding, and what makes sense to me that might not make sense to anybody else, but I ain't everybody else. I'm me. So I look at it as just some type of insecurity that's involved in that when they act like that. So, you know, that's just the thing that they do, a mechanism that I see a lot of females have.
Well, I see it from my perspective is yes, kind of like what y'all saying. I like a thick woman, you know, nice in between, not too skinny, not too fat. But you got those ones out there that saying they are thick when they're not, when they're built like folds of laundry. And I'm not trying to take a stab at anybody. I'm really not. But you just got you got like big girls out here that got skinny girl confidence, and sometimes you just can't always present yourself like that because you put something on. If you see everything, it's like, do you really want everybody to see that? Yeah, you can have confidence. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody loves a beautiful.
About Lizzo type mentality.
Yeah, that Lizzo mentality. Yep, there you go.
Hey, I realized one thing since I came home. You know, I don't know if they told you, I did like 14 years. In November this year, be 10 years. I've been free. So when I came home, I noticed that a lot of women, a lot of humans, they have a serious I don't give a fuck attitude. They don't
Oh,
care. You know, with the gay community, they don't care. They're gonna do them. And with the big, I see the big girls wearing things that they don't need. No, they should, you know, the fashion police supposed to issue them tickets or maybe even haul them off. Like you got a fucking hippopotamus in a bikini. Like, come on now, everything's being swallowed up now. You know, let's come on.
boys that chill, dog.
And they talking about they extra thick. Like you extra thick with a bottle of mustard on your shit.
Boy said, "Nah, dress for the occasion, my boy.
Yeah. Get it together.
Chill out."
You think like, ain't nothing you can do about them, but just look out, shake your head, and keep it pushing. Because don't let them see you do that. You're gonna be a hater. But it's all in their mind. You know, it's all that is just all in their mind, and you know, it is what it is. Ain't nothing we can do about these people who don't. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to dress. We all have this standard and whatnot, but then you got those who don't give a fuck, and they do what they got to do. You know, be you, be free, and you know, to each his own. Ain't nothing we can do about it, but have these discussions and disapprove of it. But that ain't gonna stop them. None of them we say they, you know, you got some that want to act like that, but really can't because they all worried about what everybody else will say. So I'll try to find a positive in a negative situation. Lizzo and all them, I ain't even gonna defend, you know, I ain't even gonna start no shit because I got a mouth. That's why I'm in Facebook jail right now. But that stuff ain't really pleasing to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you might look at it as a disrespect thing, but times have changed, and people have no choice but to adapt. You know, women, my fan page, and they walk around with, you know, even the bad ones just showing everything they got. You know, it's the world we live in.
Yeah. And speaking of which, this is a nice good segment. So I'll ask you this: do people use their flaws as currency?
You don't have to explain that one.
Okay, yeah. So we all got flaws, right? Nobody is perfect except Jesus himself. But like, say if like I got a bad attitude, I'll use that as a currency. Like I'll give you, like I'll say I'll raise my bad attitude for your lack of height and just go back and forth. So I'll take my flaw against your flaw and use it as currency to break you down, saying that I'm going to try to one up on you.
Okay.
You get it? Currency of flaws.
Still, so I'm trying to outdo you with my bad attitude.
No, you're trying to outdo my flaw for your flaw by making it seem like my flaw is less than of yours. Like my flaw is less than of yours. Like I'm worse than you in a sense.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, how about you worse than me? Like, let's say girl is arguing with another girl, and she's like, you sleep on your husband, you fuck anybody, but then the girl who's saying that is she's like, you a prostitute, you have sex for money, so who's worse?
Or you stroke off dick. So.
Would that be similar to what you're talking about?
Yeah.
But you mean in the sense of like I'm basically hyping up my flaws more to seem worse than that person, right? So like, well, I mean, that's just ignorance, though. I mean, yeah, people definitely do that shit. Like, that's ignorant people. But yeah, I've seen people sit around and argue, and you know what I'm saying, you know, explaining their flaws or like going over things that like they don't do right, or you know what I'm saying, like, nah, you ain't more ignorant than me, man, and didn't be talking about like they be fucking up at work and shit. Like, you know, who's the worst employee? It's all like, I will fire all y'all. Like, what are y'all talking about?
You know, that reminds me of an old saying. You know that old saying, people in glass houses shouldn't cast stones?
Yeah.
So I took that, and you know, when I explain that to the youth, because when I'm dealing with the youth, it's a hear me now, feel me later. Because I was like 22 years old when my mom's twin told me that. I got on the phone, bad mouthing her twin, and she was like, people in glass houses shouldn't cast stones. I didn't understand what the hell she was saying, right? So as I got older, my mind developed to, you know, where it was. I look at it like I explain it to the youth like this. Imagine living in a glass house, and and you stand. We're gonna say, Will, you standing down there outside in my lawn, and I'm throwing rocks at you, right? Like, Will, you don't take care of your kid, you cheat, you beat on women, you do this, and you know what I'm saying? I'm throwing rocks at you. You know what you can do? You can pick those rocks back up and throw it like at me. Oh, you went to prison for raping a kid. You a thief. You a liar. You scandalous. You want, you know what I'm saying? And will shatter my whole glass house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's what that takes me in mind when we talking about that right there. Because people are quick to talk down about a person's situation and whatnot, try to make them feel bad. But yo, shit, you live in a glass house.
Yeah.
Who was you? I'm about to pick some rocks up and throw them and shatter your shit. Now you standing looking real stupid. Like you said, it's just immature and stupid.
True.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Yeah, that's just
you set yourself up to look really, really dumb. And then all you're gonna do is be when that motherfucker throwing them rocks and shattering your shit, you're gonna be stuck on stupid and parked on dumb because you ain't got shit to say.
I heard that one in a minute.
Me neither. Especially parked on dumb.
No country song.
Ain't go nowhere.
Yeah, I never got to understand of like hyping up ignorance anyway, man. That's goofy, but that's goofy behavior, man. And like this, like you talking about like when you came out of prison, you saying that like people really just don't give a fuck no more. Like as we transition into like there's definitely been good things that have happened over the years where we become more progressive and life has gotten better. But there's also like a bunch of ignorant shit that just like took off as well. That is like fucking the world. And like I just don't understand for the life of me. Like,
and you can't. You waste your brain cells trying to understand.
Yeah, like why is this funny to y'all? Like, why is this like good or like is this behavior to y'all like acceptable? You know what I'm saying? And I'm good with turning up, but like y'all be out here acting ignorant as hell.
It's just how people is. And it's messed up. It's messed up to a point. It's like, why even bother? Why do you continue to put yourself in situations that you don't need to? Like he says, you parked on dumb. You just sitting there looking like, what the fuck? Like, why?
How did I get here? Like, I missed that. I should have thought about that before I even did what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, always, for me to understand, because other people's behaviors can be frustrated to those who can't get right, in the wares, soul irkers, people that irk your soul, people that get in your way, and they just can't get right. They aggravate those that ain't like that. But think about it. It's over 8 billion people on this goddamn planet. You're gonna run into way more like that than those. That's why I call them the 75%ers. Ain't nothing you can do with them. But pray that one day they figure it out and come down to this 25% where we can build this shit up. But till then, man, the media got them all where it's just everything's by design, and it's always gonna be like that. So it's not gonna change. Things don't stay the same. They either get better or they get worse. What comes up got to come down. So ain't nothing we can do about the law of gravity. Should brace ourselves and show our loved ones and the young ones that's not, what I'm saying. I use other people, how they live their life and what they go through. I use that as example for myself and for my child. When I see something, a girl like that, I was like, look, you ain't supposed to do that. Like you're driving down the street, you see a man and a woman walking down the street. The woman is in between the cars and the man, protecting the man. Like, okay, I'll tell her that you ain't supposed to be like that. I'll correct her, and I break it down. Like it makes it seem like the man is weak and the woman is protected. Whereas on the outside, a real person is gonna see, like, yeah, he know his role. Protect the woman. Protect the woman. This is chess, but it ain't chess. They playing like the queen is supposed to protect the king. Now on the kingboard, yeah. But for real, when you out in this real world, the king's supposed to protect the queen. So I break all that stuff down. So all we can do is just use those can't get right, those 75%ers as examples of what not to do. Because you remember that old saying? I know old school, you remember this video, the commercial back in the 80s. You can learn a lot from a dummy when they had the test drives and they would test the cars. Hey, you can learn a lot from a dummy. These people be telling them shit on the news, on TV. If we look past the bullshit and the entertainment, you'll get some gems. Yes, you can learn a lot from a dummy. And what you can learn is what not to do to be a dummy.
That ass. Most of the lessons I've learned in life is from like other people's failures.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The reason I am who I am is because of that.
That's called finding a positive out of a negative situation. Poor old Johnny boy, he done went to prison again. And shoot, Johnny's stupid, but I know what not to do. And that's what Johnny gonna do. You gotta ask, what would Johnny do? I ain't doing it. If you think Johnny gonna do it, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Look at what he doing and do the opposite of that, and like
exactly.
You'll be all right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Don't be like Johnny.
So okay, here's another one. Why are you mad at your own expectations?
Again, I need context on it.
No problem, bro.
Let me shoot it.
Okay, go ahead.
Tell me if I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
I expect myself. I have high expectations for me. Like my ultimate goal would be, my Super Bowl would be on a Breakfast Club, right?
For sure.
So
yeah,
me setting those high, I got to put a lot of work to, you know what I'm saying? I done set the bar. Now I got it, you know what I'm saying? Because I speak things into existence, so I can, like you said you was going to do it, now do it.
mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to be the type of person that's going to talk the talk, but not walk the talk. So with that being said, me putting myself on this high pedestal, if I don't reach it, I'm like, man, why the hell did I do that, man? You know what I'm saying? You was perping out. You know you wasn't gonna do that shit. You know you ain't put the effort in and whatnot. So I'll be disappointed that I put myself up there just because the only thing that this expectations lead to is disappointment.
Okay.
There you go. There's your context right there from the elder himself.
What's that from Adam himself?
Yeah, no, but and before you go into it, the reason why is because when him and I did an interview, we sat down. He was talking to me like I'm talking to my dad, because that's how I took it. And that's just the respect and the nature that we was having when we was talking. So it was like he was saying like we need to have more elders in this world for more black men rather than black women, because when we have elders, we know what to do and how to do, because we have someone grown telling us what we should do, so we don't make the same fucked up mistakes that we always seem to make. So I call Joel basically my elder now because of just the nature and the present he presents it to me and everybody else.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, really? Yeah, you've been dropping some gems for sure.
Uh-huh.
But my question is aren't you supposed to be disappointed if you don't meet your expectations?
Yes, you are. But if you don't, but are you mad at how high of it is, or what you like, what it was to not meet it? So because we all have high expectations, but what is the expectation of it all if you don't reach it? Was it because it was too far out that you couldn't grab it, or was it too far low that you exceeded it and now it's like, I should have set the bar a little bit higher?
Well, I mean, if you think about it logically, most people get mad at the expectations that don't reach the expectations is because they make too lofty of expectations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you start a business tomorrow, your goal isn't to make $1 million. Your goal is to make $1,000. And then after that, your goal is to make $10,000 and then to make $25,000. And then, you know, so forth and so forth. You know, like most people never reach their expectations because one, a lot of us lack patience. You know what I'm saying? Me included.
True.
It's the one thing God didn't give me, and I'm still working on that shit. But the thing is you have to find your own lane, and you have to find your own pace. You know what I'm saying? So in which case, most people are going to be mad at their expectations, I guess you could say, because one, they made them too lofty to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Just like my man here, like, sure, like your ultimate goal should be on the Breakfast Club, but like, what's your first goal to get to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we need to get 1,000, you need to get 100 subscribers on YouTube. All right, boom. After that, you need to get to 250, and you need to get to 500. Like, you got to have a plan. You got to put things into motion. And really, if you really want to put the onus on, like, you know, where the problem is, sure, it's got a lot to do with upbringing, not enough elders, not enough people. But like our elders really didn't have plans either. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, they kind of just threw stuff into the wind and they networked, and that's how they became successful. Today, you got to have a plan. Networking is cool, but like you also got to have a plan to however you're going to be successful. So a lot of times people out here upset because like they ain't really got a plan. They got an idea and they have a goal, they have an end, but they don't have a plan to get from the idea to the end. So of course, like you're going to be mad at your own expectations because you ain't really got a plan to get there. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Or you had a plan and you fell off the plan. You know what I'm saying? You like boxes, right? Like, you know, you got, you know what I'm saying, your boys behind the ring telling you, hey, like, yo, when he throw that right, duck. Every time you throw it away, you don't duck. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you got a plan, follow that plan. People don't follow the plan, and then they wonder why, you know what I'm saying, they ain't reached their goals or their expectations. Well, you know, you ain't either got a plan or you ain't following your plan. It's one of them two things.
True. Yeah.
Man,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I love having you brothers. Y'all just drop gems.
Call it the gem droppers.
Yep, there you go.
Gem droppers.
Gem droppers, man. Let's go.
See, Joel, you need to be on Rose because y'all two get together and really collab and create.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, now we all definitely gonna do some shit, man. I've just been trying to get things together.
Oh, I know, bro. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to get my man over here to like get some exposure.
Anytime, I'm available anytime.
I know. And I look at it like this in the collective as I have lofty expectations myself, but they're low but still high to where, yes, I've been doing this podcasting, everything. I've met great people like you two and others. But it's like with those expectations also comes some type of realness. Like you have to be real about your expectations because if you're not, then you're going to set yourself up for failure. And that's what a lot of people do. They have unrealistic expectations and they think they're just going to exceed it at a accelerated pace. And it's just not always going to happen that way. Not that I'm trying to be, bearer of bad news, but you got to have realistic expectations in this world because we all know we are surrounded by tons and tons of haters. We are. And those haters will bring you down faster than than your believers. So
that's why they say you should let your left hand know what your right hand is doing.
Yeah. People are, as bad as it is, they like to see you fail. You know what I'm saying? Like they people crave other people's failures because then it makes their lack of whatever they don't have going on in their life seem
better. Misery love company.
Yeah, misery love
company. That's what that is.
Yeah, you can't sweat people, man. But also, just one more thing, I think a lot of it does have to do with like social media and like all these people who have rises to fame really, really quickly. And to a certain extent, some of those people do a lot right? Like some people really build their way up, and they kind of got lucky, right? Like really. We're in the industry where one video can take you to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like one segment, one reel, one thing can like put you on. So, you just got to keep grinding. I mean, you just got to find, like I said, you got to find your pace and just keep working at it. But
trust the process.
Trust the process. They see those people, but they don't see the other 2,000 people who they grew as well. They just didn't do it as quickly, but they had a plan to get there. They weren't but the dude that blew up to like, the dude that had got like 1 million subscribers. Y'all heard about that dude on YouTube who got like 1 million subscribers in like 30 days or some shit like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, some dude started a YouTube channel in like 30 days. He was like a vlogger. Like 30 days, he had like 1 million subscribers. You know what I'm saying? But again, like that's luck. That's not skill. You know what I'm saying? Like skill is repetition. It's doing it over and over and over again, getting better at your craft. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you manage your expectations, it's because one, you probably set them too high. And two, you're not on your shit. If you're on your shit, then you shouldn't be mad at yourself. You just working. You know what I'm saying? And it'll come eventually.
Yeah.
Can't say it better myself. You got anything else to say, Mr. Elder Statesman?
Any more gems to drop?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm looking for.
You got any GDs for us?
Yeah, there you go.
any more GDs out here, boy?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't. I just want to tell y'all, gentlemen, thank you. I don't want to say to those who are watching, who have listened, tuned in, thank you for watching us. I would love to give it from my left to my right. Mr. Rose, we'll start out you as for the close out.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Remember, it's your boy Imperator Rose. Y'all can catch me at A Shot of Rose on Instagram and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Also, you can follow me at Imperator_Rose on Twitter.
You, Joel?
Jarrell Lamar. You can catch me on Facebook, Jarrell Lamar, or Jarrell Lamar Sadler. You can catch me on Instagram, Jarrell Lamar, and Baby June. Working on a YouTube channel and all the other stuff. So I'm kind of new at it, but you want to see what I'm all about, just hit me up on the Facebook mainly.
Okay. All right. And then, of course, it's your man, Mr. Sarcasm himself, Sarcasm and Orgasm. You can definitely catch the video that I did with Mr. Joel Lamar, where we did some shop talk. We talked about him being a barber, him being an elder statesman. Him and I do have some more work coming soon in a few weeks. We're going to do that, as well as Mr. Rose. So I want to thank you, gentlemen, so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Always homage both to you, brothers. Beautiful black excellence. We always got to bring together no matter what. And also remember to follow me on all social medias at Sarcasm and Orgasm. One word or two, just depends on where you go. So, but yeah, so thank you so much to all who have watched, you tuned in, and remember to follow everybody. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment to the channel, and keep it locked here for all things Sarcasm Orgasm. So I want to say thank you to my guests, Mr. Rose and Mr. Joel Lamar. I am Will at Sarcasm Orgasms. Thank y'all, and I will talk to you all soon.
Deuce.